Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all kind of like the music, TV shows, and movies that I've been watching and listening to this month. So yeah, January, it's this semester is weird just because we have a lot of lab classes. So like our homework isn't necessarily, we don't actually have a lot of homework except for my classes on Friday, but I finish them usually Saturday morning. So when I come home, I'm like, I have nothing else to do, so I don't know what to do with myself. So it's a bit weird just kind of how this semester has worked out. But yeah, in the meantime, I've been watching a lot of TV shows and movies. But we'll start out with music first just to get that out of the way. But I still have been listening nonstop to Reputation and Unapologetically by Taylor Swift and Kelsey Ballerini. That has been like my go-to lately. I love it. I think the new songs that I've been liking this month are Still the Same by Sugarland, which is their newest song that came out for their first one in 5 or 6 years. So I was really excited. I'm a big Sugarland fan, so that one was really a lot of fun. When I heard that they were getting back together, I was really excited. And then also I've been listening to Georgia by Vance Joy. I just discovered this over Christmas and I really enjoy this song, so I love the acoustic sound to it. So yeah, that's basically the music that I've been listening to this month. So for TV shows, it's been pretty much the same in terms of the regular TV shows that I watch. Right now, Tangled, the series, had their finale. And it had a lot of episodes. It had 23 episodes, and it went for almost a year. I remember watching it last semester, or last year. So yeah, I really enjoy it, even though it's a Disney cartoon. I still really like it, and I can't wait to see what happens in season 2. Yeah, and I'm currently on season 5, episode 8 of Downton Abbey. So I'm currently working on this crochet project for my classmates for when we graduate at the end of April. So I've been busy doing that, so I'll throw it on while I'm crocheting. So I'm almost done because it ends after season 6. So I'm just trying to figure out which new show I'd like to start, because I like watching one show at a time if I'm streaming it for some reason. So it's a 3-way tie between either The Crown, Parks and Rec, and Parenthood. So if you could let me know in the comments below which ones you would recommend me start after Downton Abbey, please let me know. I think my favorite season so far is either 1 or 2. I really enjoyed those ones so far. So next we'll go talk about movies. So I'll switch to my voice over here where I talk about all the movies. As always, you can go follow me on Letterboxd. I have everything linked down below so you can go and find me there. So let's just go hop on into that section. Alrighty guys, so as always you can always follow me on Letterboxd as LexieDM14. So let's just go into the diary. As I said, I did watch a lot of movies this month. There was a dry spell for a little bit where I didn't watch any movies for 2 weeks. But yeah, on New Year's Day, I watched Star Wars The Force Awakens again with my family. My dad really wanted to watch it again. I still haven't seen the new one that's come out yet. Maybe I will in a little bit. But yeah, moving forward to the 13th, I ended up watching The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and believe it or not, this was the first time I've watched the movie front to back, because I always fall asleep every time. So I was like, this is a brand new experience because I've never seen this before. And that was because I went to my friends and they were like, you need to watch it. So they made sure I stayed up for it. I don't know, I don't really like The Lord of the Rings. It just drags on and on. So I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I understand that it's a movie is really well done, and I know a lot of people love it, but it's just not for me, and it's just so long, and there's too much going on, and there's so many characters that I'd never know the names to, so yeah, not my favorites. I then ended up watching Spider-Man Homecoming. I got this for Christmas, and I've never seen it before. My brother said it's one of his favorite Marvel movies, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was really good. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, I really liked it as well. So I'm interested to see where this series continues because I really enjoyed it, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun. And then I watched Aladdin for the first time. One of my goals for 2018 is to watch all of the classic Disney movies, and Aladdin was one that I've never seen before. And yeah, I thought it was okay. I didn't really I don't know, it's not my favorite Disney movie, I'll say that. But yeah, I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I think the genie was my favorite character, and Robin Williams just did an amazing job with that. But other than that, like, I didn't care much for the love slot, like the love line. And I didn't really care much for like the love story and all that. I don't know why I can't talk today. And then I ended up watching Moana, which is an amazing movie. The animation is just beautiful, stunning, and it has a really good storyline, and she doesn't have a love interest, which is just awesome. So that's like one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. Then I watched Frozen, which I gave a 4 out of 5 stars, and I really like it. I think I prefer Tangled to Frozen, but that's just me, and I recognize some of its flaws, but I really enjoy it. It's fun. The music's very catchy, and I can't wait for Frozen 2. And then I ended up watching Beauty and the Beast, the live-action remake with Emma Watson, and of course I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It is just so good. I love it. I really want to watch it again, actually. I was thinking about it the other day, so of course it's one of my favorites. And then I ended up watching Stronger on the 15th. You can see I watched a lot of movies on the 14th. That we had like a 3-day weekend. So this is a result of my 3-day weekend. But I watched Stronger, which is based on the true story of the guy who lost both of his legs. Sorry if you hear all that noise. They're doing construction near me. But yeah, lost both of his legs during the Boston bombing. And I read the book, I think the weekend before I watched the movie. And yeah, so the movie does extend a little bit more than the book, so I was confused. I'm like, I don't remember, why didn't they mention this in the book? But it happened like after the book was, like the book, kind of the memoir ended. Yeah, sorry for that. It sounds like there's dinosaurs outside, but it's just the stupid construction that wakes me up every morning at 6. But yeah, it was a good movie. Like, probably the scene where they show him with, like, right as the bomb goes off and just kind of the aftermath was probably one of the most horrific movie scenes I've ever watched, and it's really, really hard to watch. I think, I think for me, like, I enjoyed it. It was really well done, I think, in terms of for telling his story and kind of showing the prosthetic side, which is what I was really interested in. But I think there is some unnecessary nudity in here, and there's a sex scene that I thought was just kind of unnecessary. So I did really enjoy it. There are aspects of it that I think could have been maybe changed up a little bit, but yeah, it was still a really impactful movie. I then watched When Harry Met Sally, which is one of my favorite rom-coms. So of course I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I just love it. I could watch it all the time. Then I was, like, you can see, like, my movies for the 15th were just all over the place. Then I had the urge to watch Jurassic Park, which is, like, my favorite of kind of the installments of the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, which I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite movies, and I really love dinosaurs. And then also on the 18th, I ended up watching Jurassic World, which I gave a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoy kind of seeing how technology has changed, and I'm really excited for the sequel coming out this year. But I didn't really care much for the kids. Like, I hated the kids in this one, and I preferred kind of Claire's story arc in this as well as Owen's. But like I said, I didn't really care much for the kids. Like, I love the kids in the original Jurassic Park, but for some reason for the Jurassic World, like, I really hate them. So that's why I kind of knocked it down a bit. I then ended up watching, on the 18th, I ended up watching Spotlight, which is a movie, it won the big award, I remember, from 2015 or 2016. And it's about the Boston Globe journalist team that uncovered the kind of cover up that the church was doing for priests molesting kids, and it's just an amazing movie. I love it. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, and it just really packs a punch. So I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It was really good. And then I had the urge to watch The Hunger Games for some reason. So I watched the first Hunger Games, and to be honest, I don't like the first Hunger Games movie. I think the director, I don't know, I don't like the way it was set up. It was very much, I don't know, the camera's too shaky, and I feel like it's very choppy, both in the cinematography, the kind of the acting. So it's not my favorite. I don't really enjoy it that much. and I don't know what it was trying to be, but I'm very happy that they ended up switching directors, and like I love the way that he did the last 3 movies. So Catching Fire is actually my favorite of all of them. I think it is one of my favorite book to movie adaptations. They did such an amazing job, and it was like exactly how I pictured everything. So this one, of course, I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. It's my favorite. Mockingjay Part 1 is like my 3rd favorite out of the 4. Like, it's not bad. Like, I enjoy it so much more than the original, and I think Jennifer Lawrence's performance in here as being kind of suffering from PTSD for Katniss, I think is amazing. But like I said, not a lot happens in this one, and I actually prefer these 2 movies over the actual book. Like, I think the movies are are better in my opinion. So yeah, I still really enjoy it, and I think Jennifer Lawrence does an amazing job in here. It's just not a lot of action is going on. And then I also ended up watching Mockingjay Part 2, which I think is an amazing conclusion. It's action-packed. Again, Jennifer Lawrence is just amazing in here, and I love how they kind of changed Effie's storyline in here as well. I think that's what I didn't like a lot about the last book, is that Effie, they just mentioned her in a paragraph in the end, and I like how they give her a bigger role. So yeah, I think this is like one of my favorite book to movie adaptation series. So yeah, I was very happy. Like, I love the series, and every now and then I get the urge to watch them all. So yeah, that's all I did. So you can see I watched a lot of movies. It's weird this semester. Like, I have more clinical classes, so we do a lot of stuff in the lab, so there isn't as much homework. So like when it's all said and done, I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. So yeah, you can see I did watch quite a bit of movies. But yeah, hopefully in February there's a couple of new movies coming out that I want to go and see. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to go see those. But yeah, that's all the movies that I watched in January. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what stuff you've been watching and listening to this month. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.